I'm Shannon, or the little one, and today we're going to be going over all of the games that I played in 2025. I have played a lot more games this year than I actually expected when I've pulled all of these together, so that's very exciting, and let's rank them all. So here are all the games that I played this year. There are 45 games in total. I've not included really small games that I played or any games that I have already played previously, so I'm excited to rank them and see which games I enjoyed the most. So the rankings that we've got are new favourite game, A tier, B tier, C tier, and not for me. But that doesn't mean that they're bad games, it just means that for me personally, they're not something that I enjoyed. And that's okay. So the first game we have is Dredge. In this game, you are in charge of a boat, you need to dredge the oceans, catch fish to get money, and unlock a mystery of the islands. This game was really fun. It has a lot of like horror-esque elements, but it's also accessible enough where you can turn them off if you don't want to deal with that, which I didn't. I like games to be easy, but I really enjoyed the gameplay. I found it was like easy to get the hang of. I was quite invested in the story, and I think for that I would probably put it at a B tier. The next game is Peak. This is a multiplayer game where you have to try and climb a mountain and reach the peak, which I have not done. This game is really difficult and really hard. I have only been playing with one other person, so maybe we just need more friends and then maybe we'd be able to complete it. But it is really fun to play. I've been having a good time with it, but it's hard. It's hard, but it comes up with some really funny moments and it's really nice to play and have a bit of a chat. I think I would probably put this game probably between A and B, but I'll put it in A tier just because it has been a really fun game to play and I'm excited to see what the devs do with it next. They're always adding new stuff, but I'm not convinced that I'll ever actually complete it, and that's okay. The next game is Islanders. In this game, you build a city. You have to put different items together to get a higher score, and when you reach a certain score you unlock new items. It's a really fun, easy puzzle game to play. It's good to have like on in the background while you're watching something or just need something to chill out a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Dorfromantik, which is one of my absolute favourite games. I think I would probably put this game at an A tier. There is a second one out which I do have, but I have not yet played. The next game is Kingdom 2 Crowns. This game is really nice. The art style is really good. You have to collect things to build a town to stop like monsters attacking your town at night, but personally it wasn't really a game for me. I wasn't very engaged in it. I think the idea of it's cool, but I was a little bit confused about what I was doing and kind of gave up on it. Not for me, but I really like the art style. The next game is Teacup. This is a small little indie game where you play as a frog who is setting up a tea party. You have to collect different items to help put the party together, and the art style is absolutely amazing. I played this game on stream on my birthday and it was so wholesome. It's just so nice. The story, it's quite a short game because it's just a little indie game, but I feel like it's so wholesome. I'm probably going to put it around a B tier. The next game is Avowed. This is a fantasy RPG game which is quite open world. It's kind of like Skyrim but with more magical elements, and the storyline was really, really interesting. I did finish the game and it was really good actually. The storyline was really nice, the narrative was really good. The combat wasn't the easiest for me, but I'm just not very good at combat in games. I just kind of would prefer to just swing a sword and be done with it. So I don't think I probably used it to its full potential, but I would probably put this in around a B tier also. The next game is Overcooked 2. This is another game I've been playing with a friend and it's chaos. So much chaos. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at games in general, and Overcooked is no exception. It's really fun, but also so hard. I'm probably going to put this one in a B tier also. The next one is Blueprints. In this game, you use different blueprints to try and put together a mansion in hopes of unlocking treasure. I put so many hours into this game with literally no progress. Not at all. Zero progress. I got nowhere. I like the concept of it, but I think it's a little bit too much for me personally. So for that, I'm going to put it in C. I don't think it's like a not for me, because I put so much time into it. But I think like C works. The next game is Just Barely. This one is a very short game. It is about a bear that has anxiety and is a little bit awkward. I quite like this game. The art style is really cool. It's like a mix between illustration and photography. I feel like I want to put it like at an A, which... it's a very small game, so I feel like it shouldn't be that high, but I really enjoyed it and I think the mechanics were really nice and it was such like a wholesome game to play. So it's going in A tier. The next game is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. This game came out so long ago, but I've never actually played it, so I needed some extra achievements, so I played it for a bit. I got through quite a lot of the levels and it was pretty fun. I'm gonna put it in a C tier, I think. Like, it was pretty fun to play, but I was just doing it for achievements. The next game is To a T. I absolutely loved this game. This game, you can play as a girl who is stuck in a T-pose and you have to try and figure out like some secrets, and it's so cute, it's so wholesome. I'm probably gonna put it in like S tier. I completed this one as well, and honestly it's just such a wholesome game. I loved like the idea of like disability and accessibility in the game. It's just really nice. It's a really good game, so new fave game it is. The next game that I played is Carrion. In this game you play as a monster that is trying to kill everyone and everything. It's kind of a different spin on, instead of defeating the monster, you are the monster. So you have to solve a few puzzles to try and destroy everyone on a ship. It's a really, really cool game. The way it plays is really nice. The graphics are amazing. Like, it's all pixel art and it was really cool to play. I think I'm going to put this one in an A tier because I just had the best time. The next game is Inscryption. This is like a card deck building game. I couldn't tell you what the story is because I didn't get very far and it's not for me. Next game is South of Midnight. In this game, you play as a girl whose mother is taken by a tsunami storm thing. I can't remember. And you have to go on a journey to find her, but then you find out that you have magic powers and that there's maybe more to your life than you realised. This game was a really nice one. The setting was really cool. It had a lot of cool characters and the design of the characters was amazing. It kind of reminded me of sort of like a Tim Burton-esque style. I think I'm probably gonna put this one in probably A tier. I think it's a really good game. The next game is Minami Lane. In this game, you help a raccoon build a little street. You have to meet certain goals and make everyone happy to unlock new houses and amenities for the little street. It's a very cute game. I had a really good time playing this and I think I'd probably put it in a B tier. The next game is the remastered Oblivion. I have never played Oblivion before, ever. I feel like I didn't have a great time just because I don't have the nostalgia for the game, really. I tried my best to get into it. I completed the Thieves Guild and started the Dark Brotherhood, I think. It was just not really for me, but I think I'm gonna put it in a C tier because I did play it a lot, but I just didn't have the best time. And I feel bad because I love Skyrim, but I think it's the nostalgia that you need, and I didn't have that, so I didn't have the best time with it. The next game is Tales of the Shire. Unfortunately, I did play this game, but my PC did not want to run it at all. So unfortunately I can't give it like a full rating. I have heard like mixed reviews about it, but I think I'm just going to put it at a C tier just because I haven't actually fully played it yet, but I have heard very mixed reviews. Next game is Seeds of Calamity. I got gifted this game just as a disclaimer, but it's kind of like a Stardew Valley, Fields of Mystria type game. It was really cute, the art style's nice. I played a bit of the story, got a few quests in, and I think I'd probably put it at about a C tier. Next game is Katamari. I know so many people love this franchise, but personally, it's not for me. It's not for me, and I'm really sorry for anyone who's really big fan of Katamari, because I'm sorry. The next game is Balatro. This is a roguelike deck builder game where you play poker and you get different types of jokers and different perks and things like that. This is another game where I put quite a lot of hours into it, but I'm just not good at it. So I've completed one run on the game and then kind of gave up because I was like, that's enough. As long as I complete one run, I'm happy. I'm going to put this one in a C tier. The next game is Road 96. In this game, you play as teens who are trying to cross the border to get out of the country that they live in. This game is quite emotional. There is so many different paths that you can take and choices that you can make, and I think with everything going on in the world right now, it's a really nice game to play because you learn a lot more about sort of social politics and all of that stuff, along with having some like really interesting stories. I would say that this is probably like an S tier game for me. I really enjoyed it. I love learning more about the characters and developing stories. It was just a really nice gaming experience, honestly. And the next game is Crime Scene Cleaner, a very different game. In this game, you play as a man who is hired to clean crime scenes. It's kind of like, like House Flipper, like cleaning mechanics, a little bit of strategy, a little bit puzzly at times, but I completed this game. I didn't get all of the achievements. I think I'm missing one for like collectibles, but I did complete the whole game and had a great time, and I think I am going to put it in A tier. It was just an easy one to sit and play. Next game is a little gator game. This game is so fun. You play as a little gator who's trying to get the attention of his older sister, and you just run around finding your friends, finding collectibles, and building like a cardboard castle. It's so cute, it's so wholesome, and I think I'm going to put it at an A tier also. I feel like I've got a lot of games in A tier. I've played a lot of good games this year, that's why. The next game is Digging a Hole. This is a game that I played quite recently, and you dig a hole. That's the aim of the game. I completed all the achievements on this one, apart from completing the game in 30 minutes because I'm not speedrunning. It's a bit of a weird game. I did kind of just play it to get some extra achievements, if I'm being honest, but I feel like I played enough for me to put it in like a B tier. It was fun enough. It's a weird concept though. The next game is called Mitzi No. In this game, there is a cat that caused chaos, and you have to put the puzzle pieces back together to recreate the item. It's a very simple, easy game. The art style is very cute, or like sort of like hand-drawn illustration-y style graphics, and I feel like it's a pretty simple game, and I'm probably just gonna put it at a C. But it was fun enough, and it's free, so you may as well play it. The next game is Assemble with Care. In this game, you play as a girl who fixes things. She moves to a new town and is helping people put their items back together. It's got a lot of story, the art style is very nice, and the puzzles can be a little bit challenging. I had a really nice time with this game. It's quite simple, quite short, but I'm probably going to put it in around a B. The next game is Crypt Custodian. I wanted to love this game, but I didn't. I think there's just something about it that just wasn't really for me. I didn't get that far into the game, but I just knew that it wasn't my vibe, so that's in a not for me. But the art style's very nice. And along with that is Spray Paint Simulator. I was hoping for a power wash style simulator, but it's not that at all. It was so hard to control and it's a little bit tedious, so no, not for me. But Power Wash Simulator 2. I quite liked the first Power Wash Simulator, but the controls always felt a little clunky to me, and they've definitely improved them in Power Wash Simulator 2. So that one's going in a B tier. We've got Simpler Times. This is a game where you go through a person's room, finding different memories, but unfortunately, it got to a certain point and my PC just didn't want to run the game anymore. It was okay, but I got a little bit stuck and didn't quite know what I was doing, and my PC just gave up, honestly. I'm gonna put it at a C because it's probably one that I'll go back to at some point, but I don't think I could rate it any higher than that with how I've played it so far. The next game is Outer Worlds 2. I really like the Outer Worlds one. It's sort of a space post-apocalyptic setting, and the first one really like drew me into the game. I was hoping that the second one would expand on that, but unfortunately it's just not really grabbed my attention that much. It's one that I've started playing quite recently, but for some reason it's just not the same, and I don't feel excited about it, so I've kind of gave up on it for now. So I'm gonna rate that at a C as well. Again, I'll probably go back to it, but unfortunately not really for me at the moment. Next game is one that I have completed very recently, and that is Lost Records Bloom and Rage. This is by the makers of Life is Strange, I think. It's very similar vibes where your choices impact the story as you progress through. You can make different friendships with the different characters. You play as Swan, who is a teenage girl who has just found a group of 3 new friends, and there's some weird stuff happening, and you maybe summon things and end up with ghosts. It's a great game. It's a very coming of age story, and I really loved it, and I think I'm probably gonna put it in A. I don't think it's quite at like a top tier for me. I think there was things that I wanted to be like expanded on a bit more, but overall, great game. The next game is Your Average Bear. This is a very short, well, actually, it's not very short. This is a free game where you play as a bear trying to collect things for your friends. I didn't really like this one, if I'm being honest. It was a little bit hard, and you lost all of your progress if you got caught, which was just a bit frustrating. So the next one is An Arcade Full of Cats. This again is a free game where it's sort of like a find game. So it's like a full scene with little cats hidden all around, and I really like this one. I'm going to put it at a C tier, just because it is like quite a small, simple game. But I really enjoyed it. It is Pigeon Simulator. This is another game I played with my friend recently, and no, it's Phasmophobia meets pigeons, and it was very confusing, and I did not know what was happening. Yeah, we'll just keep that down there. The next one is Expedition 33. Of course, this game is absolutely amazing. It's the one game this year where I felt really drawn into it, and I've wanted to play it loads and find out more about the characters. It's such a good game. It's had a bit of controversy at the minute about like using AI placeholder assets, which does deter me a little bit because I'm not a fan of AI usage for like art, but they've made an apology. They understand like what they've done wrong, and I have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they have created such an amazing game. The story, the dialogue, everything about the world feels so real and so well put together. The plot line is, not to give any spoilers, but it's absolutely amazing. Like, there's so many plot twists and things that you find out, and it has to be in the top tier. Yeah, I am a bit disappointed about the AI usage, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's still an amazing game. The next game is Hurdling. This game did not play very well for me. I was playing it on my Xbox and it kept crashing all of the time. I had to repeat sections a lot and the game would just crash at the same point every time. In the end, I had to give up on it. So this isn't a not for me. I think the mechanics of it, you have to herd a bunch of animals to like different parts of the map. The gameplay was quite good, but I feel like because it kept crashing, I can't really recommend it unless they fixed it. But for me, it wasn't working. The next game is Supermarket Simulator. I've put way too many hours into this game, considering it is just a setting up a supermarket and selling items game. I've put way too many hours into it, so I'm probably gonna put it at a B tier. There is a lot to unlock and a lot that you can do, so yeah, I would recommend. The next game is Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. This game was weird. It was really weird. I completed it to get the achievement, but honestly, I started not having a great time. I was kind of just like trying to progress as quickly as I could just to complete the story. But you're on an island with a bunch of different Greek gods and you have to do different tasks for them to unlock different things and get to different areas and get your character back home, I think. But I think I'm going to put this as a C just because I did complete it, so it couldn't have been that bad. The next game is Lost But Not Found. In this game, you play as a character who works for the Lost and Found. People come and ask for certain items and you have to give them the right ones and sort things out. This is a really fun puzzle game. I think I'm going to put it at a B tier. I've played quite a lot of it and it's really fun. The next game, this game has been out forever. It's Tamagotchi Life for the 3DS. I recently got a 3DS this year, so yeah, it's one of the games that I started playing and I'm gonna put it in an A tier. It's such a funny game. It's really wholesome. It's really easy. You run a apartment block and you can make your own Miis to put in the apartments, and they have their own lives, own problems, romances. It's just really, really wholesome. The next game is Donut County. This is a game that I played on stream. It's a game where you play as a raccoon who is controlling a hole and causing chaos, trying to eat an entire town and put it all in the hole. It's a fun, chill, easy game to play, and I feel like I'm stuck between these two, but I think I'm going to stick to an A, but it could be in the middle in between these two. The next game is Wobbly Life. This is such a weird game. You play as a little guy and you have to complete different jobs to get money. I've been playing this with my friend again and it's been fun to play with someone else. I think it would be a little bit boring to play just by myself. Playing with friends, it's pretty fun, and I'm going to put it in B. And then we've got Animal Crossing New Horizons, which obviously is an S tier. It's such a fun game. I love Animal Crossing so much, and I've never played New Leaf before. It's really nice to see the new, mechanics. They're not new mechanics because it's an old game. It's fun to see how the mechanics work and how it's tied into New Horizons and things like that. There's mechanics in this game where I was like, oh, we could do that before New Horizons. I played Wild World and then New Horizons. I didn't play any of the games in between, so it was interesting to see what mechanics were actually carried over and just see all of my little Animal Crossing characters again. Very excited, very excited. And the final game on the list is Oxenfree 2. This is a continuation of the Oxenfree 1 game. It is a sort of mystery supernatural game. The art style's amazing. The art style is so nice, but I found the story a little bit confusing in this game. It's still a brilliant game. I feel like the art and the narrative and stuff really made up for the fact that a lot of the time I didn't really understand what was going on. It wasn't until very near the end where I got what the game was and what I was meant to be accomplishing. So I feel like I'm probably going to put this in I'm torn between C and B, but I feel like I'm going to go for B just because it is such a beautiful game. That's all the games that I played. That went quicker than I expected it to, actually. But I'm going to order them and put them in the best one here for each of the sections, so you get a better idea of my overall rankings. Okay, so I've done a little bit of reordering and this is my final tier list for the year. So my all-time favourite game on this list was Expedition 33, followed by Animal Crossing New Leaf, Road 96 and 2T, which are all S tier. In A tier we have Lost Records Bloom and Rage, Carrion, Crime Scene Cleaner, Tamagotchi Life, South of Midnight, Peak, Islanders, Donut County, Just Barely and Lil Gator Game in A tier. And then next we have Minami Lane, Assemble with Care, Avowed, Dredge, Supermarket Simulator, Teacup, Overcooked, Lost But Not Found, Oxenfree 2, Power Wash 2, Wobbly Life and Digging a Hole in B tier. Then Blueprints, Balatro, Mythwrecked, Outer Worlds 2, Oblivion, Tales of the Shire, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, An Arcade Full of Cats, Seeds of Calamity, Simpler Times, Mitsuno in C tier. And then finally, games that were not for me is Your Average Bear, Katamari, Hurdling, Kingdom 2 Crowns, Inscription, Crypt Custodian, Spray Paint Simulator and Pigeon Simulator. That's all the games that I played this year. That went so much better than I thought it was going to go. I thought this was going to be a long process, but turns out I know exactly which games I like and which games I'm not that much of a fan of. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any games that I played in previous years, they exist too. So you can watch them and see what other games I've played. But I hope everyone has had an amazing 2025 and I hope that we all play some really good games in 2026 also. But thank you so much for being here. If you have a good time time. You can like and subscribe if you want to, but I'll see you all next time. Thank you and bye.